Hi, I'm Rick at Rick Turns, and today's video is... This is a cutoff from a log that I used to turn a spalted maple bowl about a month ago. I'm going to try making an end grain bowl. Now, this wood is not dry, but on the other hand, it's not by any means fresh. So I might get away with it without any splitting, cracking, or even too much distorting as it finishes drying out. So first I'm going to break off the rest of this bark. I'm going to get this off of here. Get all but one little piece here. And there we have it. Wood's all gone. I'm not going to try and put this on with a woodworm screw. The wood's too soft for that. Don't think it would hold very well. So I'm going to use a face plate here. And I'm not going to worry too much about centering it. The wood is out of round anyway, so it's not going to matter too much. Alright, I think I'm ready to go to the lathe. I've got the blank mounted with the faceplate right here. And you can see right there, it's definitely out of balance. Not surprising. Heavy part right down in here. So I am going to start here 250, and then I'll speed it up a little bit to find out what speed I can actually turn at without vibrating everything all over the place. 250 is good. Let's go up to 500. Alright, that's still good. I'm going to go up a little bit at a time here. 550, and I'm definitely getting a little bit of vibration, not a huge amount. I'm going to go back down to 500 initially. Do it the fast way here. Alright, so now I'm at 500. I'm going to start turning there. I'm going to get the piece down to round, and then I'm going to flatten off the bottom, turn a recess for the chuck. So now I got to flatten this down. Considerably higher on this side than it is on this side. I'm going to flatten it down, turn in a recess for my chuck. This is a one-way strong hole, and I've got just under ½ an inch that I can set these jaws down in there. And see what I've got here. Probably not nearly that much. I've got about 3/16 of an inch. So I'm going to go deeper here. And I'm going to switch to a little scraper here. Check the depth on that now. And that is good just like that. Let's see how that looks. Alright, really torn grain there. Okay, now I'm going to reverse it, put it on the chuck. Alright, I've got this is a 1/2 inch bowl gouge, and I'm going to be using it trying to remove this torn grain right through here. The rest of it's not in too bad a shape, probably not going to get it any better. And I've got the lathe up at 900, seems to be running well there. Got the gouge freshly sharpened, taking a very light cut. That's going to be my best shot, I think. It's a little better, but still a lot there. I'm going to try turning more away. Alright, I've got it at 900 RPM, and I've got a 5/8 inch bowl gouge again. I'm going to start hollowing it out. See how bad grain tearing I'm getting, and it's pretty bad. Yep. I'm going to switch to a scraper. Won't do any better at the grain tearing, but it'll be faster. Going to take a quick depth check here. Check that. Roll like that, so I'm right about here. Let's see if we can get that to show. Probably not. So I got at least an inch, maybe 1.5 inches to go. That is it. I don't want to go any deeper. Down to about 1/2 right there. Right there, about the same. Take a little more off there. All right, I'm going to extend the bottom of this down a little bit. After I sand it, I'm going to part it off right down here, I think. Sanding is all done. I usually sand down to 1,000 grit. This time I stopped at 600. I didn't want to burnish the surface too much because I want to put dye on it. And before I do that, I'm just going to try and get off all of the sanding dust here with this is a tack cloth. I'm going to be using an aniline dye. And the stuff is not not really recommended for skin contact. So I've got some nitrile gloves here. Now this dye is a water-based dye. Great. Now we can see all the imperfections in the wood. The sanding actually got a lot of that out. I was quite surprised. And this is not good. It is my intention to dye this pretty dark. To get it in those little spaces, I'm probably going to have to brush the stuff on. The spalting will show through the dye. It's not so dark that it would not show. And this is, incidentally, red aniline dye mixed in with a blue aniline dye. I'm going to skip over all the rest of the finishing. I decided to try a new finish using lacquer, which I had never done before, and it did not work out very well. It's taken 2 or 3 days, sanded it back to zero several times, so I'm going to skip over that aspect of this bowl. I'm going to part this off now, then I'll reverse it so I can get to the bottom and clean that up. This wood is so soft it could shatter right down there and truly make a mess of my work. Although I think I've done a pretty good job of that myself with the finishing. There we have it. And there we have it. Here's the completed bowl. From here it doesn't look too bad, but it's truly been a tremendous exercise in frustration. I should never have started with a piece of wood that was that soft. That created a lot of problems. The other problems are created by me attempting to put on a lacquer finish when I had never tried lacquer before. That's all for now. See you next video.